It's daily double time for Wednesday. Let's break down a pair of MLB games. West Coast action for tonight. We're going to talk about the Dodgers and the Athletics. That is a client play for me. You'll get it for free if you watch this video. And we're going to talk about San Francisco, Arizona, another game that I have an opinion on. This one, not a client play, not as strong as the Dodgers and the Athletics. Nonetheless, worthy of mention. So let's talk about it. Teddy covers, Ted Stavansky, WagerTalk.com, with a pair of big game breakdowns in this daily double. And let's start in Arizona, where right now, looking at the odds logic live odds screen, D-backs in the minus 125, minus 130 range total, 9.5, juice to the under for two teams that have had a very unique series so far this season. Arizona and San Francisco have played 8 times. Arizona, 8-0 in the first 8 meetings against the Giants. When you look at the standings right now, the difference between these two teams can largely, well, not largely, San Francisco's been awful against everyone, but can certainly be explained somewhat between San Fran got 8-0 in these games. We'd be looking at very different standings, obviously, versus 0-8 versus their divisional rivals. And when you have a scenario like this, and the reason I wanted to talk about this game today is not a game that I have a particularly strong opinion on, but conceptually, when San Francisco is 0-8 against Arizona and they're meeting for the 9th time in the same season, I don't want the underdog. What do we talk about in baseball? What do we want to do? We want to ride streaks. That's the way, on a day in, day out basis, that you can take advantage of season-long statistics that are pointing here, but current form that might be pointing in a different direction. Arizona's not a great team. They're not. They're certainly, they've had their fair share of issues this season. And it's not like Zach Gallen's a bet on hurler tonight for Arizona. Gallen, serviceable, I guess is what we'll call him. You know, he's a capable major league starter. He's not elite. Arizona's bullpen behind him isn't elite. But what's going on right now for San Francisco is a team that had some expectations. The expectations have failed. The team has failed. The first-time big league manager coming up from the college ranks has failed. Buster Posey as GM has failed. And everything in San Francisco stinks to high heaven right now. All right. This is not a team that I want my money on. Plain and simple. Oh, and not like the Max Chapman injury matters that much. Chapman had, I think, 4 hits in his last 46 at-bats. But yet another veteran leader for San Fran going down to injury certainly doesn't help them. Trevor McDonald, is he a bet on hurler for the Giants? Nope, he's not. Now, he did pitch well in a game that San Fran lost to Arizona earlier this season, but the Giants are 1-6 his last 7 trips to the Hill. They're not winning for McDonald, and McDonald hasn't been great by any stretch of the imagination in this ballgame. So it's not like I've got this big buy sign on Arizona, but San Fran's not a team I want any part of right now. And given the nature of the season series between these two teams, given the nature of what we want to do in Major League Baseball on a day in, day out basis, you know what we're doing here. Arizona or pass for this matter. And the price is certainly reasonable. Like the markets are saying, oh, yeah, we respect this streak. We respect Arizona. We respect Gallen. Minus 125, widely available as we speak. So, and again, there is a big difference between the books that I like to talk about, the books with the 10-cent lines versus the books with the 20 or 25 or 30-cent lines in baseball. There's one sport you need to have more than one account. Baseball is that sport, the 5-cent and 10-cent every day differences between one book and the next. They will add up. They will make a big difference to your bottom line. So, again, check out the Odds Logic live odds screen to see where to make your bets. And then, obviously, it's your job to figure out how to get your accounts at the books that you want to have accounts at. So, again, oddslogic.com/Teddy. Free 7-day trial if you're interested in our live odds service. I think it's cool. I use it every day. I recommend it to everyone. I have no hesitation recommending this product. I use it. Again, oddslogic.com/Teddy. One more thing I do want to talk about right now because it's coming up. I'm working NFL every day at this time of the year. And I'm supposed to be working NFL every day this time of year because my NFL season win report, it's already been dated. Today is July 1st. The report comes out July 31st. We like to give people plenty of notice because on the day the report comes out, You want to have all those accounts open, and you want to make sure that you get these bets down because the lines do move at open on a pretty consistent basis. And of course, the results 105 and 56, 65% over the last 26 years, 17 and 5, 77% with the 5% big tickets report. And I'm telling you, I lost last year. In the history of the report, I've never had back-to-back losing seasons. I'm pissed off about what happened last year. I'm hungry. I'm working my ass here in July to get you guys winners. So I say don't buy the report. It's stupid. $199 for the report. You get my whole NFL season for $5.99. Get the season. We're going to make money this year in the NFL. Check it out. WT.buzz/TC. This is a value-laden package. It will not last. If you want to get on board, don't wait. Again, WT.buzz/TC for all daily packages, weekly packages, seasonal packages, whatever you're looking for at WagerTalk.com. Now let's talk about the Dodgers and the Athletics. This is a client play for me tonight. And if you've been betting my baseball this year, you already know where I'm going. You probably already know where I'm going with this. Sacramento, well, the Athletics are not there. They're not called the Sacramento Athletics because they're not rebranding themselves. The Athletics playing in Sacramento have been a consistent over team. That's no surprise. Their pitching is not particularly good. Their hitting is better than their pitching. And this ballpark in Sacramento, Sutter Health Field, plays very, very well for hitters, both A's hitters and opposing hitters. And we've seen that very clearly through the first two games of this series. We look at the odds logic live odds screen right now. I'm seeing the Dodgers anywhere from -160 to -170 as the prevailing number as road chalk. Total, there is still a few 10.5 juice to the over. There's also 11s juice to the under. I'm seeing a couple 11s juice to the over right now. So there's not a lot of under money coming in this one. And I agree with that assessment. I would not bet under in this ball game. Why? What are we talking about here? We're talking about a World Series winning caliber lineup. That's what the Dodgers are. They won back-to-back World Series. This lineup hits, and they hit bad pitching, and they hit weak pitching. And you put this lineup in a AAA stadium. And what do we see? Oh, by the way, warm weather, wind blowing out again. We start seeing Tommy Edman home runs, We start seeing the Dodgers put up runs in bunches. They scored 9 runs yesterday in this ballpark. They scored 9 runs the previous day in this ballpark. And the Dodgers are hitting right now. Remember, they scored 19 runs in the final 2 games at Petco prior to this series. They scored 16 runs in the final 2 games at Minnesota to open this road trip. The Dodgers' bats are hot, and this is the wrong ballpark for opposing pitchers when one team's bats are hot. The Dodgers obviously have a very capable lineup. We know what they're capable of doing, which is winning World Series and pounding out 9 runs in any given ballgame. The Dodgers are a threat to approach or exceed this total all by themselves. For the Athletics, well, they're going against the Dodgers bullpen today. Ohtani, in theory, was supposed to pitch in this ballgame. He got pushed back to tomorrow. And let's not forget the Dodgers do have a huge 4-game series against the Padres coming up. And not like it's a huge series for the beginning of July. They have a 12-game lead in the division. But they have a bigger game than this one tomorrow. And Ohtani's been pushed back, which leaves them with a bullpen game here, which is let's cobble together innings. It's not like we're going to see every reliever for the Dodgers come in and throw gem today. It doesn't usually work that way in bullpen games. You have a guy or two who gets hit hard. And in a field like this versus a lineup like the Athletics have, those bad innings can get really bad. So the bottom line is, and one more factor worth noting, all right, we talk about the Athletics and what they're doing in Sacramento and how bad this ballpark. This doesn't count the games in Vegas. Remember, they had all the crazy over games in Vegas where they played 6 games here in my hometown, 2 weeks ago or last week. Just the last 13 games in Sacramento, 11 overs, 2 unders. A's are trending over. Dodgers are trending over. Let's expect more of the same. Again, look for a 10.5. 10.5s are still out there. 11, the prevailing number right now, even 11. I want the over between the Dodgers and the Athletics. I don't want it. I've got it. It's in my pocket. I've advised my clients to make that same wager for tonight. So there you have it. Daily double for Tuesday. We like the Dodgers over the total against the Athletics. And we're just going to ride Arizona's winning streak over a Giants team that is pretty much as bet against gets. Thanks for watching Wager Talk TV. We really appreciate the comments, the likes, the follows. Thank you guys for all of your support. Best of luck with all your bets. And stay tuned on this channel for more quality video content from WagerTalk TV. Cheers.